This is an expensive hobby. I've heard that said about the saltwater aquarium hobby or the reef keeping hobby. But I wanted to, for my own sake, find out how expensive this hobby is. So I set out on an experiment that if I had to start from scratch and rebuild my aquarium setup the way it currently is composed, how much would that be? Let's take a look. Well, to start with would be the cost of the tank itself, which is an Aqueon 120-gallon tank, which came to $579. Now, not going in any particular order here, as I open up the sump. The protein skimmer is a Reef Octopus 110 SSS model, which retails for $289. Also inside of the sump is a J-Bow return pump, which retails on Amazon, I believe I got it for $75. Again, not in any particular order, it just happens to be how I happen to put this list together according to what popped into my head at the moment. We have a wave maker. In fact, there are two of them. Now, these are Unique Life 3,400 gallons per hour wave makers. They're essentially J-Bow knockoffs. Those, I have two of them at $73 a piece, which comes to $146. While we're on the subject of wave makers, back down into the sump again. A little difficult to see, but there is a J-Bow SCP-90 gyre wave maker, which you can get on Amazon for approximately $100. Here in the sump also, I have a Par 38 actinic light, which retails for $33, which I think is a decent buy. Okay, coming back up to the tank again, we have the lights. In here, I have two of the 300 watt model Viper Spectra LED reef lights. These retail for $220, so that's $440 for the two of them. And besides that, there's a 160 watt model which retails for $140. Now, as I continue on my list, there are the miscellaneous things such as the cost for PVC, plumbing, which I roughly estimated at $66. In the back here, you can see a UV sterilizer that I used in line with the return pump. Now, that's a J-Bow model, which on Amazon I paid $65 for. Also here in the sump, you can't see it really because of the water agitation at the top, there's a heater. It's a Eheim heater that I picked up for $38. Now, driving everything here on the tank, I have 3 Wi-Fi smart outlets, that run for $9 each, so that's $27 for the smart Wi-Fi plugs. Let's see, for the RO ATO reservoir, I have a 7.5 gallon reservoir tote that just picked up at big box hardware store that I used to hold water in, and the line running from it is just spare RODI tubing that came with the RODI unit. Now that's paired to a adjustable ATO float that I picked up on Amazon, which was $15. And let's see, as I'm going through my list here, I have a kind of DIY system here. It's actually a specimen container that was $20 that I used to hold filtration media, filter floss, and sometimes sheets of filter material as well. The actual filter media runs roughly about $10. Now under here there's also the sump itself, which is a 27-gallon Commander tote that I just picked up from a big box store that I'm currently using as the sump. Additionally, and that was $16. Additionally, there's a dosing pump here. It's a J-Bow 4-head dosing pump that comes to $79 when you purchase it on Amazon. As we come back up to the tank and move around the back of it, you see I have an eShops Overflow. This is the medium model, and that one, as I go through my list here, is $150. And again, gives a view of the plumbing from the back. And a little further down, I have an Inkbird to help control temperature. That one I picked up just recently for $35. Also, you have power strips here and the power strips under the tank. Collectively, I have those priced at $50. Now, the vinyl return hose I have priced at $19. As we come back around the front of the tank again, just trying to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. While I'm not including the cost of the actual livestock in the tank, the fish, corals, and invertebrates, I will include the price of the rock, because the whole thought of this is how much would it cost in order to set up or replace the tank again. So the rock is estimated at $100. Now the lights themselves are sitting in a canopy that I put together myself, and the wood for the canopy is estimated to be $50, while the stand both wood, screws, and the stain is estimated at $170. The price is probably a little higher. Actually, I didn't even include the cost of the slides for this, but the price will be a little higher. But the doors are actually something that I found just driving around that was being thrown out, so they fit perfectly, and I just decided to use them. So included with this, I just decided to add it, would be the cost of salt in order to get the tank going, and a bucket of instant ocean salt would run me about $38. I forgot to include the cost for the RODI unit, which is a bulk Reef Supply 75-gallon per day unit with the 150-gallon per day upgrade onto it, which cost me combined about $340. The list, I believe that's everything, albeit with everything that I have included, it actually comes to a total of $3,115. Now, my actual out-of-pocket expense came to less than that. It was $2,426 because there were some things that the prices were offset. For instance, the gyre pump in the sump was actually gifted to me. The protein skimmer was actually gifted to me, and the cost of the tank itself was offset by $300 because of coral that I took into the LFS for store credit, which dropped the price down considerably, more than cut it in half. Well, $3,100. For me, that's a significant amount of money, and if I had to redo it from scratch today, I'd find it a real challenge. In fact, I probably couldn't do it. But in the end, I would eventually get there because of my love for the hobby and these animals. Now, this hobby can be enjoyed without having to break the bank. There's always options such as scaling down. Also, used equipment can be purchased for a fraction of what it costs new. Sometimes there are even times when people are giving away equipment. But the bottom line is, for many of us, if it's something that we just love doing, we'll find a way to do it. Well, that was my little look at how much this tank would cost me if I had to redo it. Now, if this is your first time with us on the channel, I want to thank you for sticking with us to this point, and ask that if you haven't done so, please consider hitting that subscribe button, leaving a like, and if you feel so inclined, leave a comment as well. My name is Ed. Thanks for watching, and take care.
Da